Well, changes are coming to the Algiers Ferry Terminal. Today, the RTA held a public meeting to talk about renovations scheduled to start soon. And riders brought up everything from air conditioning to bathrooms. As Rachel Hanley explains, it comes as funding for the ferry itself is in question.
The metal gangway at the Algiers Ferry Terminal clangs under riders' feet.
It's safe, but it's noisy. It's kind of scary.
RTA CEO Lona Edwards-Hankins says it's one of the things that will be fixed in a series of renovations set to start in just months. Saturday, the RTA held a public meeting at the terminal.
We've been going to the community periodically to make sure we heard what they said and updating them on what we can actually do.
Tom Roach was one of around 50 riders that showed up to share their thoughts.
I don't tell people I have to take the ferry. I tell people I get to take the ferry.
He says he's looking forward to the fix-up, which will include landscaping and lighting.
This has been kind of an eyesore, and I'm glad they're going to fix it up, and I'm glad they're going to do something to have people from the East Bank come over, tourists, and see something nice.
Also popular with riders is a plan to open the terminal building itself to the public and create more shelter from the elements.
In the summer, it's pretty hot standing on that piece of plywood out there. That pretty sucks. It's nice to have just somewhere to stand in the AC, somewhere to sit down.
Others agreed and added that they hope the RTA will prioritize practical needs like that rather than possibilities like adding concessions to the building.
You don't need to have popcorn and candy and drink, but you do need to have protection from the elements, and you do need to have a bathroom to use.
Meanwhile, the renovations are coming at an uncertain time for the ferry itself. The RTA is still looking for a permanent source of funding to operate it. The ferry that connects Lower Algiers to Chalmette gets regular funding from the state. The Canal Street Algiers Point ferry doesn't. In the past, it was funded by tolls on the Crescent City connection, but those didn't exist by the time the RTA took over the ferries a decade ago. It's been relying on temporary funding from the city and state and COVID relief money to keep that ferry running. But at this point, its funding plan is short $7 million, which could force some tough decisions.
We may have to, last year we proposed reduced hours for the ferry and the city closed the gap.
The money for renovations to the terminal is separate from that operating money, and Hankins says it's already secure. So as of now, construction is set to start in the spring and be finished in 2026. Rachel Hanley, WWL, Louisiana.
And if you missed today's, there's another meeting on ferry renovations this coming week. That one will be virtual, and it starts at 5:30 Wednesday evening.